Hi, welcome back to CADable. This is Engineer Brian Omar, and today I'll be making a tutorial on how to create a bill of material or BOM in Solidworks. We'll be making a auto-generated bill of material. We can create a manual bill of material as well. I'm using this file for this tutorial, and you can download it from my CapCut portfolio. And for the sake of simplicity, I'm only using 4 parts for making this bill of material, and you can see a crankshaft, connecting rod, and piston, and along with the Gudgeon pin. You can see that some more complex bill of materials, and as you can see that there are some 31 parts in this assembly. So let's go to your SolidWorks, and here I have already created this assembly. So first of all, I'll go to here and I'll make drawing from part or assembly. So click here. Because I've already saved this with another file, so I'll choose this no, and I'll be using A3 ISO. Click OK, and here you can see your sheet. So let's drag the this left isometric view. Just drag it, and just cancel the other views, and select this view. And first of all, I will change the display style to shaded with edges, keeping high quality. Also, I want to change the scale, so select this, use custom scale, and under custom scale I will choose, let's say, 1:1, or 1:1 is quite large for this drawing, so I will choose, let's say, 1:2. We can make custom scale as well, which is not standard but only for this tutorial. So let's say I will choose 1:1.5 and click OK. Just drag it. Okay, so next is I will go to annotation, and under annotation I'll go to this drop down tables, and here you can find this option, bill of material. So click here, bill of material, and you can see bill of material standard is selected, the template is selected. Just click here, and here you can see different kinds of bill of material templates. So let's say I will choose bill of material all. Click open, parts only, and keeping all the settings as it is, and click OK. And now you can see your bill of material. I will drag it, let's say here, just drag it here, and OK. So here you can see in this, just click OK. In this bill of material you can see that we have 4 parts: crankshaft, Gudgeon pin, piston, and connecting rod. And as I already said, for the sake of simplicity, I'm only choosing 4 parts, and we can delete the unwanted columns. Just right click and click delete. Also, let's say stock size, just right click, go to here, delete, and delete column, not table. So here you can see that 3 columns are not filled, that is description, material, and weight, and we will do it later. Just go to here, and you can see some arrows. Just click, left click, and here you can see the parts preview. Let's say this is a crankshaft, and this is the crankshaft preview. This is the Gudgeon pin, and this is the Gudgeon pin preview. Gudgeon pin is this one. Also, for piston, you can see the preview of piston, and here you can see the preview of connecting rod. Let's say if you want to delete some parts from let's say your bill of material and not on the drawing, so just right click and choose this option, exclude from bill of material, and click OK. And now you can see that although these parts are part of your drawing, but not your part of your bill of material, and you can unhide these parts. So just I'll go to here, drawing view, and assembly, and let's say the part missing is the Gudgeon pin. So just right click and include in bill of material. And now you can see that this Gudgeon pin is included. Okay, so next is we will apply a balloon to this assembly, and we have two options. Either we can apply automatic balloon or we can apply manual balloon, but for this tutorial I will suggest you to apply manual balloon, because if you want to apply automatic balloon you have to adjust it later. So just select this balloon option. So first of all I will apply balloon to this piston, and next is I will apply balloon to this crankshaft, and let's say next is I will apply balloon to this connecting rod, and lastly I will apply balloon to this Gudgeon pin. So you can see that the second item number is piston. You can see here as well. The first one is the crankshaft, and here you can see crankshaft is labeled. Also the Gudgeon pin is fourth one, and this is the fourth one, and the piston is second one. Piston is this one, this is the crankshaft, this is the connecting rod, and this is the Gudgeon pin. So we can use magnetic lines. Well, we can apply some text here. We can apply some description here manually, but I think this is not a good way to write description manually, because it will break the link. You can add custom properties, and you can create a link between parts and bill of material. So let's do it. Let's say this piston, and just right click and open part, and for creating the custom property I'll go to here, file properties, and here you can see that there are so many properties. I will only be using these material, description and weight, and here you can see that there are so many properties. So first I will use this material, and this is the text, and for the material I will choose this material, and here you can see that material is not applied yet. So just click OK, and so just right click, and let's say I want to apply let's say plain carbon steel to this piston, and now I'll go to here, file properties, and here you can see that plain carbon steel is applied to this piston. Also for the description, this is the text, not number, and let's say I want to write some text, some general text. So let's say I'll write piston description. Okay, and evaluate it to this value. Also weight, so it will calculate the mass, and choose this option mass and click OK. And when I will go to my bill of material, my drawing, all the three columns will be filled with these values. Just save it, and now you can see that the piston, and under description, piston description, although it is not the correct description, and under material you can see plain carbon steel, and weight is 169.66 kilograms. Remember, it is not Newton, it is kilograms, because it is not multiplied with 9.81. And here you can see the quantities. So let's do all these one by one, and let's say I'll go to here, connecting rod, and open part, and here I want to tell you a very important thing, and that is the difference between appearance and mass. In this connecting rod, I have only applied appearance. As you can see that polished brass is applied, but material is not applied. As you can see that material is not specified. So just right click, and let's say I want to apply copper to this connecting rod. I'll go to here, file properties, and under file properties I will choose description, and this time let's say I will use connecting rod description. Okay, evaluate to this value, and let's say material. I have already applied material copper, and lastly the weight. So I'll choose this weight, and I will use this time this option mass, and click OK. And when I will go to my bill of material, so all my properties will be changed. Just cancel this, save, and here you can see that under connecting rod, you can see connecting rod description, material is copper and weight is 353.33. You can apply on Gudgeon Pin and Crankshaft by yourself. Here we can customize our bill of material. Let's say we can change the writing or font style of this bill of material. So just select the first row and just go to here. So here you can see that I have filled the other two, that is the Gudgeon Pin and Crankshaft, and here you can see that bill of material is generated along with assembly and balloons. You can apply, let's say, revision cloud, and you can add some note if you want, and you can add some blocks as well. You can customize this as well, and all you have to do is to go to your sheet, edit sheet format, and you can add your name. Just double click, and let's say my name is Ibrahim Umar, so you can change this to your name. You can also change the date, or you can create date. You can add material, you can add the drawing name. Let's say I will change this to let's say engine assembly, and also you can change the title. This is the drawing number, so I will change this to maybe Solidworks 001, and you can change this title. You can create this title to, let's say, engine assembly or piston assembly. You can drag this. You can also change the scale. This is not 1:5 scale, and this scale was 1:1.5. So you can change this to 1:1.5, and you can add all the details here. Here I want to show a very important thing, and that is because Solidworks is parametric. Let's say if I want to change the material of this Gudgeon pin, with a material of nickel. So the material will be changed in bill of material as well. So let's try it. Let's go to here, Gudgeon Pin, open part, and let's say I want to change the material. So just right click, and let's say I want malleable cast iron in place of nickel, and just save it, rebuild, and I'll go to your file properties, and here you can see that malleable cast iron is selected, and click OK. And as I said that in bill of material, this malleable cast iron material will be pasted in place of the nickel material. Let's cancel it, save, and here you can see that under material, malleable cast iron is applied rather than nickel. And you can also see here as well that malleable cast iron is changed from nickel. So this is the power of parametric, and this is a very cool feature if you are creating bill of material using the custom properties, and basically it links the part with your bill of material. When you change the properties to your part, then your assembly and your bill of material and all things associated with your assembly will be changed automatically. So this is the power of parametric, and that's it for today's tutorial. I hope you like it, and if you have any questions, any queries related to this tutorial or any other tutorial in my list, you can ask in comment section. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to the channel for more informative and interesting videos. Thank you.